Hey y'all, this is Kim with Creative Escapades, and today I am working on a freeform sculptured resin nesting bowls. Say that 3 times. Get your tang tangled. But what I have here is a clear tray that I got from Hobby Lobby in their party section. I've used this for so many different things, so if you need a good working surface, I recommend one of these. I have covered it with plastic, and I am using the Acrylic Table Scatter or vase filler, the clear different sizes, and then I'm going to fill in between there with smaller acrylic crystals. And this is also could be considered table scatter, just to kind of make a border around the edges of where I want to put my resin. And I am using Rezin Arte Luster Pigments, and I have Tiger Eye and Wild Coral, and these are just absolutely gorgeous colors. If you have not tried the luster pigments yet, I have put the link below to Leslie Alstead, I think I'm saying that right, where you can purchase these luster pigments. And she also has a coupon code for 25% off for the month of June, so that's good until the 24th. Yes, the 24th. So need to go check it out. And for this first part, I am using Stone Coat Countertop resin, and this is the art coat, and it is the 50-50, 50% hardener, 50% resin, and then mix it. And I'm doing this part of the video really slow because I want you to see how this Rezin Arte Luster pigment just melts into the resin. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at the color. The depth of this stuff is amazing. I just love it. So now I'm going to mix up the wild coral, and it looks like glitter inside the little jar there, but it's not glitter, but it does sparkle and shimmer, and you'll see that later in the video. But it doesn't take very much of this, and you just put it directly into the resin and stir, and it just blends so well. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I know this doesn't look like coral. It looks more pink, but it says it's wild, so I guess that's the wild part of it. And so I'm going to take the leftover clear resin and just work it around in between the crystals and the larger pieces of the table scatter. And this is just to kind of hold it in place, and also because I don't want the colored resin to just go all the way out to the edge. I really want to kind of hold this crystal clear for the edges of the bowls, so this will help with that. And then I'm just taking the tiger's eye, just scattering it around, and I have drizzled it in and among the pieces of crystal because I do want a little bit of color. I just don't want it to flow all the way out to the edges. And then I'm going to come back in with the wild coral and just fill in all the blank areas of the tray where you can still see, until I have it all blended in and mixed, and just little bits of color here and there on the edges. And this is right before I let it set to cure. I'm giving it just a little bit of heat. I don't want to give too much because I could melt that plastic and then my resin could seep under and then that would be a mess. That's not what I want. So I'm going to just let it sit here and cure for a little while. And then I had a little boo-boo with my camera. When I was ready for me to handle to slump over my cup, my camera went off and I did not realize it. But it has cured enough now that I can handle this. So I'm going to take it off of the cup. And this cup is actually something that I used for my hot glass, for slumping glass over. So it's worked really, really well for my resin sculptures as well. And look at this. Look at that shimmery colors. And you can see the clear of the table scatter right there at the edges. I just love how that turned out. And what I will do with those edges is I'll come back and just use my X-Acto knife and just gently cut those little pieces away that don't need to be there, make it smooth. I'll gently sand it with some 220 sandpaper and then take some clear resin again and just go around the edges of it so that it will be shiny again. But look at that. Look at that sparkle. Remember that shimmery, and it's just gorgeous. Look at that. I absolutely love this stuff. And the crystal table scatter, the different sizes, really, really just dresses up the whole piece here. So now I'm ready for the second bowl. And for this, I decided to try the Pro Marine tabletop epoxy and see how this works with the Rezin Arte Luster Pigments. And I'm doing the same identical thing here. I'm using the table scatter on the outer edges. And this Pro Marine resin is a lot thinner to me than the stone coat. So I put these little bottle caps all around underneath my plastic so that it would hold the resin within that confined area, since it was a lot thinner to me. And I'm just going to drizzle some clear all amongst my crystals. And I'm using the same identical colors, the tiger eye and the wild coral. And it mixed just as well with the Pro Marine as it did with the stone coat. So I did not see any difference in the way that it blended at all. And I'm just using the wild coral and did the same thing with the tiger's eye. My camera once again failed me. And but how I did this was when it was ready for me to be able to handle it, I slumped it over my cup and left it there for just a little while. And then I come back and I got it down inside the first bowl and then left my slump cup inside just so that it would hold the walls of the bowl up until it set. And this is cured now. It's no longer bendable. And I'm just going to pull the paper out because it is ready now where it will not stick together. And look how perfectly that fits. How cute is this? I just love it. I haven't made up my mind if I want to put resin in between them and make them as one bowl or leave them as two yet. but I do want to cover the inside, coat it with some clear coat resin, and around the edges where I've had to sand it, and also over the outside of the first bowl, because you can see where the wrinkle is from the plastic, where it was curing and everything. So just spreading it around in here. And I have this fantastic silicone little brush, and it works really well for spreading the clear resin around. And then they're cured. And I have it offset right here. I don't have it actually setting flat inside the other one, but is it not beautiful? These colors, they're so richy. They're ritzy and richy. I love that shimmer. Just makes you happy to look at it. And I did allow some of the resin, when I was coating the inside of this, to settle in the bottom. And the reason why is because I wanted to make sure that it was stable, a little more heavy on the bottom, with all the table scatter and everything around the edges. I wanted to give it a little bit more stability. But look at that. It's just gorgeous. So if you've enjoyed watching me create this, please click like and share. You help my channel grow when you do that, and for that I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click that subscribe button, and if you ring the bell next to it, you will be notified when I upload my next video of how to create the next project. And again, I haven't decided if I want to make these as one or not, so if you have any ideas toward that, just leave it below. I'd like to hear what y'all think about that. If you have any questions or comments, I love to read your feedback. Look at that shimmer. I love it. And again, all the links for everything I used will be below in the description box. So be sure to check those links out. And I want to thank y'all for watching. It is so pretty. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.